Guys, we did the third degree. It was like a 3 months experience. Like we traveling for 5 different countries, 6 different type of camps and martial arts. We get the best of each martial art. We get the best school. We start in Russian, a film in Russian. We get the best school, same school as Fedor did, and the president of Russia did Sambo. The best fighters. We picked two best fighters, and we follow them and they place, eat with them, have their life, with the kids and everything. And then in the final, they had a tournament, and those two guys we picked, they went to the final. The fight was very interesting. The second episode we filmed, we went to Thailand. We got the four best new talents in Thailand. And we filmed since the guys fighting the King Cup, the eliminatory for the King Cup. Then we have another two fighters fighting another great event. Then we have another kid who's fighting a little small event in a little town. So we see the 3 different types of Muay Thai. Then we went to Korea and have 2 Olympic champs, training camps and things like that. Then we filmed the tournaments. And then after that, we went to karate. We got the best karate guys in the whole Okinawa, the south of Japan. We see that the episode was more about the culture of the karate, and we filmed the best coaches. And then at the end of the show, they broke the world record of doing the kata, and the street was more than 5,000 people doing the kata. This episode we didn't have fight. Then we went to judo. We filmed the university tournaments that in Japan is the highest tournament, highest level with the, we train a couple Olympic champs in Tokai. We get really close to the Tokai University, the best university down there. And it was a great episode, a lot of fights, a lot of, high level judo, Then from there we finished Japan, we flew to Oklahoma State University, to film with a great guy, was a coach, John Smith, was a 2 times Olympic champ, the best coach in the United States, and was a great experience, After we see too much about martial arts, bad things we saw about athleticism, in the end, or the series, we have a great experience, in the small town, United States, but we saw a high-level athletes, training down there. It was amazing, man. I'll tell you guys, I've been fighting for so long, for more than 16 years. I had the best experience in the martial arts doing this series. I'll tell you, after I did the karate and judo, I was sitting down there in the shed, talk to the coach. I say, I could die right now. I'm complete, in the martial arts. I see the guys with 85 years old, they were 9 degrees of black belt in karate, the highest judo guys. And I had this chance, because I was pro fighter, So I had this chance, with third degree. It was a great, amazing experience to me. And it's good to get close MMA to the martial arts. I think the martial arts is the heart of the MMA, and we very focused on the best performance right there. But, sometimes we got to see the martial arts, how beautiful they are.
Minotauro, was there any story with doing this series, any story in particular that you felt like it gave you a chance to tell that maybe it's kind of an underreported story that a lot of people might not have already known about?
I'll tell you, we was filming the guys for Muay Thai, and we have over 60,000 pro guys in the Muay Thai there in Thailand. We was filming 4 guys. One of the guys, they died after the 3 weeks of filming there. Was a fight. They say he died by stroke, but they fight's very tough over there, So see they training, the way they fight every 2 weeks, that's nobody see their health, how they are, the tough they training, the way they fight, the elbows and everything, I think that's impressed me, really impressed me.
Do you think this could be a good education for fans who maybe started out being fans of MMA to go back and learn about individual?
Yeah, I think you said everything, man. When we train MMA, we look for performance, athleticism, But we should look up for the what we learn, the coach, the knowledge, the way they teach, separate martial arts. I love that. Belt systems. I think for the fans it's a good chance to see it.
What happened in Russia? I heard you almost got arrested.
And in the Russian, the day we was filming the memorial of the dads, because of the series we filmed a little bit of the history of the country, how the people get involved, the fight, the history, and we went to film the memorials, and then we was closed there, and some guy gave me some food, so I was eating out there, but and the guys came and said it's not allowed to eat out there, so he's very violent with me. I'm tourist here, but it was fun. Each country have the different, the way they see people. It was fun. The Russians, they're very tough. That's what I saw.
Which one was the hardest?
Which one was hardest?
For you?
I mean, I'll tell you, in the wrestling, my knee was, I almost didn't train. The kids was so athletical, they so tough. After doing 5 camps, I was fucked up. It was the last one. I couldn't do it all. And I see those kids, they're giants, they want to eat me, though. So that one, I did, I trained a little bit, just 2 training. But if I'm sure if I do a whole, season of training with them, they'll kill me, I got an old guy now. But the Muay Thai, I see the training camp. Those kids, they jog 12 kilometers every day, then they do 1.5 hours to clinch before the training. So I saw, day in the Muay Thai and wrestling, the toughest one as a training system.
Did everyone know who you were?
Yeah, I was very known, especially that in Japan, for the judo and karate. I am a judo black belt. I started in judo, so to me was a very patient to film the judo there in Japan. We had the highest level, then the small academies there in Osaka. So we see about everything about martial arts. Since the highest level, and I'm pretty known there in Japan, and was amazing the way they treat us. Always when I fight in Pride, the MMA try to get close to the judo, the best guys. But, we feel they're a little bit ahead, different. But from the documentary, they see the way we show the judo, the way we train with them. I think was good relation, for the MMA.
You mentioned something at the top that keeping the martial arts close to MMA is important. Do you feel like that's being lost a little bit? We're living in an era now in MMA where a lot of guys, they will even say, I'm not a martial artist, I'm a prize fighter, I want the biggest fight, I don't really care about the #1 contender anymore. Do you feel like a little bit of that spirit's being lost?
But some guys get back there again, you know what I mean? Today how we will see, the kid, is a karate guy, he's fighting today. I love to see kids like that, you know what I mean? He put back the belt thing, bounding, brought his father, family. I think people see the better look when you put the martial arts into the cage, And a lot of guys come. Even McGregor, he's a black belt too, you know what I mean? He trains, taekwondo. Some guys like Anderson Silva used to train taekwondo. I think that every fighter, they have singular martial arts, what they like to.
What do you think about George St. Pierre coming back?
Beautiful, beautiful. We very care about rankings, you know what I mean? But that's happened a lot in boxing. Sometimes the guy drop the weight division, goes up three weight divisions, you know what I mean? That makes very interesting, people want to see it. He's the type of guy, Anderson Silva, sometimes they're not a first one in the ring, but they're able to go there and fight for it. Everything can happen, I want to see that fight, really want to see that fight. He looks like he's hungry. I saw him yesterday in the press conference. They say the thing he was saying, it's not bullshit, man. He's hungry though. And, one of the best fights I haven't seen. One of the best fights I haven't seen when he fought down there, before, the Mandalay Bay in many arenas, even there in Canada. So I'm very excited to see him.
Were you expecting the fight between Ferguson and Khabib?
Yeah,
How do you feel about it?
was. I'll tell you, I came here to see this fight. I'm a big fan of Khabib, and Ferguson is an amazing new MMA. We never know what he's gonna throw. He throw the right hand and right kick. He's very like, unusually, different way as Muay Thai, excite fighter, and the way he beat those angels. I didn't expect that the way he did. And but I'm a big fan of Khabib. He's undefeated. It's not easy to be like 23 fights undefeated, yeah, or 22, 24. He's the guy I look forward to watch. And I feel sorry for him, but maybe wasn't this type. He got more time to get ready and drop the weight, get weight.
There's only 3 UFC events, I believe, this year in Brazil. Is the state of MMA healthy in Brazil?
Are they?
Is MMA healthy in Brazil right now?
Is healthy?
Is the sport thriving? Like, is it doing okay?
He's doing okay. Now always growing. Now the time with girls. We got Amanda Nunes did great. We got the Chris Cyborg. We still have a big name that's Aldo. And then we have those angels fighting for. We have Jacaré right there close. We have the MMA right close. So we got some good Brazilians. We just have John Lineker fighting for the belt. And a lot of guys fighting for the belt. So Brazil is still, they have a global TV in Brazil. And what the guys from was the biggest TV in Brazil by far. And they have a Juice Sport channel they call Sport TV, so everyone watches that channel. They have a only fight channel they call Canal Combate, that's more than 500 subscribers a month, 500,000. So Brazil is pretty big, this sport.
What do you think of Maya having to fight again before getting the title shot?
He got a chance to step back because he's right there. But he's a warrior, man. He believes he can win that fight. I think the strategy wise, it's a dangerous fight. The other guy, must be down good hands. But Maya, he believes in himself. Since he got a good wrestling, he changed his game, and he's very aggressive right now. So I believe he can win the fight and fight for the belt in the next.
Do you keep track of women's MMA? Because you have a Brazilian champion at 35, and Andrade is fighting for the 15 belt.
Yeah, that's the time of the females in Brazil. The girls doing really well, and we have a Chris Cyborg right there too. So I believe, at least from those 2 we're gonna have 2 belts from the females. So Brazil really doing well in the females. And Andrade, he got a good chance too. She's upcoming. No expectation her. She don't put the weight in her shoulder. And I think she can do well. Yeah, she's good.